Hey everybody, Winstreak here. Welcome back to video number 4 of our how to make a video game tutorial. We are currently looking at a little dungeon crawler that we got set up with our character who can move back and forth. We recently added an attack animation to him, and now we're going to put that to use by throwing in a bad guy for him to fight. We'll throw him down here, give him some cool projectiles that can go through the world here, so we have something to deal with while we try to get down to him, and we'll give our attack the ability to reflect them. And depending on when we attack, it'll be how accurate the reflection is. So, without further ado, we will hop into some code. I'm going to create a sprite here, and I want to make sure I am on layer 0. Layer 1's my HUD. I'm just going to hide it and hop back onto layer 0. I'm going to create a sprite, and this is going to be my bad guy. And I'm just going to drag and drop a sprite strip. And it'll be my little frog dude, and he's from the same itch.io download package from, was it Pixel Frog, I want to say. Of course, I'll always throw it down below. Let me get you the name. Yeah, it's Pixel Frog, and I'll throw it down below in the description so you can find it easier if you like them. And I'm going to go ahead and switch all these guys. I'm going to apply it to the whole animation, and then I have to go back and undo the one that I did as a solo animation. So he'll just be sitting over there in an idle mode. I'm going to name this idle, and we're not really going to worry about his animations too much. We're just going to get him down there, and we will give him platformer. I'm going to hop in the code real quick, and we want to throw that on start a layout, and we'll just grab him, and we'll go ahead and not simulate, but ignore input. So we don't want to control him while we are controlling the other one. We're going to let the AI take care of that, which isn't going to be anything too fancy. He's just going to shoot power balls at us. And I already made a power ball just to save time. And I'm just going to copy it out of my other program that I have and paste it right into my object types. So I have access to it, and just gonna name it Powerball, and we'll drag them on the stage, and obviously that's a little bigger than we want, so I'll just throw that in half and apply it to all of them, and I'll do the same thing with the explosion end. We'll throw that in half, apply it to the whole animation, and now it's quite large, but big enough to seem dangerous, but not too big to feel like it's taking up the whole map when it comes at us. And we don't need this on the screen. We just wanted to have it. And then it has an animation where it kind of just spins around. I can play that real quick. Oop, so it just kind of spins around. And then on hit, it'll explode once. So set that back to the lightning ball. And then we will have our enemy create those every second or two, and we'll do it randomly. That way we don't get used to waiting a set amount of time. So we'll make an every tick, or every X seconds here, and we'll just throw random, and I'll just put 1 to, let's say 2.5, and we'll close that up. And I don't need to throw an int or a floor there, because I don't care if it's a partial second or not. So I'll do that, and we will create an object, and we will make it a power ball, and we want that to be just in front of our frog enemy here, and I believe, yeah, let's do it with an image point. So we'll make an image point, and we'll set it right there, and we'll apply to whole animation, and you can see it's just right in front of him each time. And let's see if I remember how to throw it on his image point here. He's named Sprite. And image point X. And then the number of the image point, which is either 1 or 0. I don't remember. We will double check real quick. But I'll get something down so it doesn't erase on us. check by hopping back in here, and it's image point 1. You can just see by the number there, so that's what that's looking for right after image point in our parentheses. So we'll create the power ball there, and then we'll need something for onCreate to launch it at our hero. So we will need to give it a move to. It has bullet from my other video, but I like using move to better than bullet. Just a personal preference. So we'll give it move to, and I want it to instantly be moving at full speed. Let's say 250, and set angle turned off. And we definitely don't want to stop on solids, we want to go through them, and all we care about is a collision with our hero. So we'll hop back in the code, and on Powerball created, so whenever one's created, we're going to set it to move to where the hero's current position is. Actually, we can just do move to object, which is the same thing, but without having to put in hero.x, hero.y. And then we'll have another one for Powerball on arrived. And we need to set the Powerball to explosion. So we will set the animation, and it'll start exploding. And then we want to check our actual explosion and hit radiuses, so we can see those in here. We'll zoom out a little. So it looks good for our normal ball, and then our explosion gets huge instantly, so I want to fix that. I'm going to bring it down to something a little closer to what the actual image shows. And I prefer just inside on large explosion images, especially damaging ones. People will be a lot less upset when something doesn't work as they expect it to in their favor versus not in their favor. So it's a lot better when someone thinks they might have got hit but then doesn't, versus thinks they shouldn't have got hit and then does. And we're just going to leave a small one for this last frame here. And that takes care of that. And then on collision with hero, we want to kill the hero. So Powerball on collision with another object, hero. And hero destroy. And yeah, so we can go ahead and play this real quick. We'll see. Oop. We have the one above us that I need to delete, that I was using to set everything up. And then, since I deleted it, it no longer has those built-in max speed, acceleration, and everything. So I'm gonna reset those on the creation of them. So right here where I create the Powerball, I'm gonna hop into Powerball and set the values. So we will have an acceleration of 0. I'm gonna copy paste that and have a deceleration of 0 as well. And we'll do Powerball move speed to 250. So that's just resetting all the behavior properties that I set earlier, but it'll do it for each one as they're created. And now we need a way for our hero to live. So we're going to add an extra check in here, and that'll be hero is currently playing attack. And then we're going to invert this. So it's going to say on collision with hero, if they're not currently attacking, then the hero dies. And now we'll copy paste this and invert this again, and this one's going to say on collision with hero if they are attacking, and now we can launch it back. And I'm going to start out with some blank sub-events here, and I threw one down and then I just copy pasted it a few times, and we will compare the frames, and I need to figure out how many I have. So his attack frame is 9 long, so we want number 4. to be right back at our enemy. So right in the middle here, if hero is playing, is currently on 4, we want it to go directly at the enemy. So we'll set the power ball to move to we'll just do move to position, and he's still named Sprite. So if we are exactly on 4, we will go right to him. And let me go ahead and rename him just so we don't have to keep calling him Sprite. Boss level 1. Easy enough. Now if we are, so I can just go ahead and copy paste this into the other ones. That way I just have the one thing to edit, which is the actual frame. And we can do 0. And I guess we'll just do all of them. Otherwise I'll have to do some if-else's, and it'll be just as long as setting up for all of them. So 0, 2, 1 out of order, but we got it in the end. So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and we'll need 2 more. 7 and 8. 7, then 8. Boom. Just like I said. Look at that. Perfect. So now we want the ones beforehand to go below the enemy. So we will just slowly move it away by adding to the Y, and we'll go by 50. Each frame we're off. So this one will be off by 100. And this one will be off by 150. And this last one will be off by 200. And we'll do the same thing above on the other end. And we just do that by going negative. And throw them all in there to save some time. And just go down the list here. And the last one. Check out why he is not ignoring. Oh, we have it on stop ignoring. We're going to start ignoring. Now he should no longer pay attention to us. So we can run down here. And we had a perfect one. Oh, and we can get hit as well. So everything's working. Now we just need a death screen, because when we get hit, we lose. So we can hop over here. We're going to bring that one to layer 2. And it'll just be a simple sprite that covers the whole screen. And I am going to pull up Paint 3D, which I'm sure no one uses because everyone seems to hate it. But it gets the job done in my opinion. We just want a black screen here. And bring some text in. Something along the lines of a bold, easy to read. This should work. And we'll throw this down here. Make sure it's got enough room. We'll go something large and then a clear color, and it'll just say game over. And we'll center it. And we'll eyeball center it there. And take the select tool and copy it. And we're all done with that. Hop over here. We're going to enlarge the canvas. And voila. We have our beautiful game over screen. It'll cover everything, and it's on layer 1, which has our parallax to 0, 0, which means it won't move. It'll be there ready for us whenever we need it. And we want it to initially be invisible. And we can go ahead and create on hero death or destroy. On destroyed, go ahead and set visible. So now we'll die, that'll pop up, and we will need to essentially reset the map, the whole layout. If we want to try again. So do something along the lines of mouse click and on mouse click, and if that sprite is visible, so is visible, because it will be invisible at the start and only comes visible if it's destroyed. So if it's visible and we click, we can go ahead and reset the layout. And let's see how that works. So we're right here, and it shoots us with a beam, and we die, and we just restart. So that about covers it for today. Next time we can get into some damaging, killing the bad guy, and seeing where it goes from there. And if you like, make sure you hit that subscribe button and leave a comment for me. If you have any requests, suggestions, anything like that, down below, I will get to them and respond to you. And otherwise, I will see you all in the next video. Have a good one.